Meghan Markle standing there preaching about children's safety online or children's safety at all is like Harvey Weinstein advocating for women's rights. These are not snaps. These are on stage video, not on and off. This is throughout the entire thing. So you let me know if the body language is brutal or not, because gone are the days when Harry used to look at Meghan Markle lovingly, when there used to be an exchange of love, when he used to look at her in the eyes and lovingly look at her and say, this woman, I love this woman. Those days are gone.
This is a pivotal moment in our collective mission to protect children and support families in the digital age, and we cannot do it without you.
Our children, Archie and Lily, are just 6 and 4 years old. Can you believe it? Luckily, still too young.
Are you telling me that the only clip Rachel Meghan Markle could put out is of her mocking Harry because he's reading under a lamp? And she calls it, oh, the Meghan still makes me laugh. So the closest, I want you guys to understand, that she didn't post a video of him trying to purposely do something to make her laugh. He's just reading a magazine or maybe the program, and she thinks that's funny, exaggeratedly funny, which is not. But her idea of him or her togetherness with Harry is, well, he's all the way in a corner, away from her, reading a program, and she has to mock it. That is the best clip that she could put to prove their togetherness, because oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that was the worst public disaster that they've had since I don't know when. Harry cannot fake. He cannot fake love. He can only show his disdain. And it sure as hell reminds me of the latter stage between Prince Charles and the then Prince Charles and the Princess of Wales when they went to that trip in Korea. Oh my dear Lord. And what came next? Divorce. So today we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to show you clips and footage, not one snap or two snaps, because a lot of people say, oh, well, you just took a snap. No, we're going to watch the whole thing. And then you tell me how bad this is. Because when the cameras are not rolling, or when they think they're off camera, they are not holding hands. Harry can't even look at her. He doesn't even do the gentleman thing and lets her go first. He doesn't gesture for her to sit down first. No, he just ignores the hell out of her. And this is painful to watch for Meghan Markle. It is. He doesn't say my wife. He doesn't mention her at all. This marriage is over and done, and this is the worst nightmare for any PR firm who's trying to show togetherness. That moment in the red carpet, that was it. And I'm not being Michael Jackson about it, but that was it. And
My husband's going to sit this one out. You just got me. How's everybody doing today?
thank you for coming to my channel. I'm Paula M. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. I am so happy you guys are here. And also don't forget to buy your raffle ticket. The link for the raffle is in the video description or in the pinned comment. You do have to register. Many of you have asked me. You have to register because it's a secured website approved by YouTube. So it is so much appreciated, guys, because I need to sell 1,000 tickets. I've only sold 110 or something like that. And this is for the girls' shelter. And for the price of a cup of coffee, you're helping a lot. So thank you very much. You're very much appreciated, beautiful people. So let's get into this. But before we do, I got to say, did you know that on October 9th, in California and the Palisades where Harry and Meghan reside, Kate Hudson received the Humanitarian Award of the Year in California from the hands of all the A-listers because of her helping people, for her talent, for assisting others. She's a true humanitarian. Harry and Meghan,
And look, I mean, the truth is they bring a ton of visibility, and that's what we need right now.
That's what Carson Daly said. It's not me saying it. It's Carson Daly who said that the only reason why they have those two morons there is because they give him visibility. There's good visibility and there's bad visibility, as we're learning from Meghan Markle being at the Balenciaga. And we have the biggest and the worst person talking about keeping children safe online while just hopping off from the Balenciaga absolute crap show, which was exploiting children. And I have to ask you something, because this doesn't bode well. Keep in mind that when Meghan Markle says that what she's about to say, and I'm going to show you the clip, she's talking in front of parents who have lost their children's lives. That's really it. These parents have lost their kids. And therefore, she's standing there and says the following.
Our children, Archie and Lily, are just 6 and 4 years old. Can you believe it? Luckily, still too young for social media, but we know that day is coming.
Why is she laughing? I have a 4 and a 6. What, does she want a medal? Does she want like an award for the fact that she has 2 kids that are alive? Why is she smiling? If I had been her, I would have said, you know what? I have a 4 and a 6-year-old and I'm worried for the future. Because, you know, I do have to think of them, and I do feel bad for your losses. You know, that's how I would have said it. But no, I have a 4 and a 6. What the hell is that? Like, yours are dead, but mine are alive? Or does she want like a lollipop or a little gold star that she has 2 kids? That is not an achievement. I saw the Prince of Wales, Prince William, when he almost choked in tears, talking about the death of this, you know, I can't say the word here, but the death, you know, the untimely death of Paul, you know, after his son died. You can see, oh my God, you know, he's very, very humane. You can tell that the shock of his wife's cancer diagnosis and the threat of losing his wife, the mother of his children, really hit him hard. He, you know, it's like, like, you know, he has these feelings, like we say in Spanish, right on the surface of the skin. But it's incredible. I watched that, and he launched this amazing initiative throughout the entire United Kingdom, where everybody is helping out. Like celebrities and other companies are joining in for suicide prevention, which is absolutely spectacular. Now, I'm going to show you not one little clip or 2 little clips. I'm going to show you a lot of the things of the Meghan and Harry talk on stage. Their body language going in was brutal, and inside was even worse. I used to work as a diplomat, and I used to handle a lot of royals from different houses in Europe. And I got to tell you, our nightmare was when they would do not speeches, but they would do walks, like, you know, impromptu when they do, and they have the other partner, and we knew that there were frictions in the marriage or that things were not going well, especially when one person is very unpredictable. In this case, Harry has known all his life how to behave in front of the cameras because he's always been taught that. The fact that he couldn't even, because you see, the red carpet was the place for him to show or dispel any rumors that they're not getting along. That was his place, to look at her lovingly. He couldn't even do that. Now they get on stage. He doesn't introduce Meghan Markle. I'm showing you the clips here so you can see it. He doesn't introduce Meghan Markle as his wife. He doesn't even mention her as his wife at all. He does most of the talking. And then Meghan goes off script.
And if you do get a chance, I will go off script as well to see the Lost Screen Memorial and hear many of their children's stories.
Yes, she had to go off script because Harry got more mic time than she did. So she has to compensate. And you can see his face that he's upset because, you know, she's there to do one thing and one thing only. And that's just to compliment whatever it is that he's saying. There is absolutely no connection when she goes in and when she goes out. When she comes in for the first time, he does not introduce her. And he doesn't even look at her. And when he looks at her, it's with hatred. You see, I'm showing here clips that are not, like a little capture here and there. No, this is when they were like for almost 10 minutes on stage. And Harry does not address her. And when it's time to leave, you can see that Meghan Markle's like, what? What? It's like, what? Aren't you going to congratulate me or say anything? And Harry's like, what? Because he knows he's on stage. He really cannot stand this woman. And a lot of people have been saying, well, it's for the sake of the kids. You do not stay with somebody. I don't believe that either Harry or Meghan are good parents at all. But you don't stay together in an abusive relationship for the sake of children. You leave because you don't want your children being raised in that environment, getting that model of what a marriage or a loving relationship should be. Because children are like sponge, and what they see is what they think, and they repeat their lives later on. Or at least it's hard to break that mold. So people are saying, no, they shouldn't get divorced and stuff. Harry has checked out of that marriage. And if there was any hope for Meghan Markle with Harry, that hope is gone. The fact that she has her pimp there, Marcus Anderson, why is he there? Why is he even there? Why is this man with this woman all the time? Marcus is with Meghan all the time, going to Paris. Why didn't Harry go along with Meghan to Paris? Because even Harry knows that that was a bad move. But because they're separated, because from what I understand, they're officially separated. Meghan trying to give him the look with the gooey eyes, but it doesn't work. He really cannot stand this woman. Meghan Markle with her bird, her cheap weaves and extensions showing her bald patches, that breath. I'm not saying that Harry's good looking, but at least he's not on Ozempic, because to me, she's on Ozempic. But what is interesting, because you're seeing the videos here, and I'll show you, I'll leave you the video at the very end so you can see, but the body language, it's terrible. Now, in regards to the footage of him being heckled, it is unbelievable. The person who owns the footage now wants to charge me $25,000 for the footage. And obviously I'm not going to do it, because I've never paid for anything like that in my life, because I believe that paying for interviews or for footage for anything like that, it taints it. If somebody wants to come and talk to me, they can do that, but I'm not going to pay for it. But the heckling was horrible. And this is why Harry just wanted to get off the red carpet. People are saying that Meghan wanted to linger. Meghan wanted to linger because she doesn't care what's said about her. You can be calling her the worst names there that she can be called, and she would still linger because she's so addicted to the cameras. But oh my God, please, you be the judge. You don't need to be a body language expert to see that this body cannot be resuscitated. That marriage is dead, done. There is no, it's like no electric shocks are going to resuscitate whatever is left of that. And Marcus Anderson hanging around there, is it just to remind Harry that Soho House knows a lot of his secrets? That he knows a lot about him? Is that a way to threaten Harry, or to keep Meghan Markle behaving or her attitude in check? The next day they go and they do, and they talk about other stuff. Meghan Markle laughing. You would think that she's at a party talking. She's talking and preaching about keeping children safe online. Well, again, fresh off the heels of the Balenciaga show, a brand known for being PDF and putting children in danger. To me, the most shocking part is that those parents lent themselves for that fakery. The fact that Harry and Meghan have to fly to New York with Katie Couric. By the way, Deepak Chopra was there. Deepak Chopra, who has been linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein bets buds. And he has seen Meghan Markle in the past, if you know what I mean. But isn't that insane? Deepak Chopra? Really? Katie Couric? And Katie Couric shaded Meghan Markle because she's wearing green, olive green, just like the Princess of Wales. But it's incredible because the body language, when they're off camera, it's brutal. As I said, if you look at this clip of them walking in, there's no standing ovations, no claps, no nothing. Harry's just walking. Meghan has to run behind him, but he's not holding her hand. There's nothing. He's just walking to his seat. He doesn't even, like the gentleman thing, he doesn't even stand or wait for her to sit down, and then he sits. Nothing. And then when he gets off to talk, he doesn't even look at her. He doesn't say my wife. He doesn't say anything. He's just done. Meghan Markle keeps mentioning my husband and I, my husband and I. He doesn't say my wife and I at any point because he's done with this woman. And you know what's incredible to me? That the way that press is spinning this, oh, cozy date night out. What cozy date night? I thought they were there to pick up a humanitarian award for doing absolutely nothing. And like Carson Daly said, they are only here because they bring visibility to this. But it's the wrong kind of visibility. It's the wrong kind of visibility because any brand associated to Harry or Meghan Markle doesn't do good, does it? Because they're toxic, they're tainted. Harry right now with the African parks that have been dumped by Chad, he's still now harassing back the government to get tax-funded security. Meghan Markle from Balenciaga, what has she done? She's done nothing. She's a known bully. She had Chrissy Teigen on her show. Chrissy Teigen, who told a vulnerable teen and a very little young actress, another black young actress, an 8 or 9-year-old actress, to take a dirt nap. She bullied people online. And these are the ones that we know of. So these two are the picture, the patrons, so to speak, of that. Can somebody please tell me, is that who you want to represent? You've seen the footage. I'll leave you some footage at the end so you can see it now. And you let me know what you think. These are not snaps. These are real on-stage video. Not on and off. This is throughout the entire thing. So you let me know if the body language is brutal or not. Because gone are the days when Harry used to look at Meghan Markle lovingly, when there used to be an exchange of love, when he used to look at her in the eyes and lovingly look at her and say, this woman, I love this woman. Those days are gone. Meghan Markle standing there preaching about children's safety online or children's safety at all is like Harvey Weinstein advocating for women's rights. It's wrong. It feels wrong because it's terrible, because we know it's fake. We know how things are. Meghan Markle is a known bully, and Harry can see right through that. And I mean, it is an embarrassment for people like Carson Daly and Katie Curry. Katie Curry, I don't know what's happened. I hope she got a lot of money, because this is terrible. Deepak Chopra, really?
In the digital age, and we cannot do it without you. Since then,
None of this work would be possible without the dedicated people who have